Hey everyone, Yoiston here, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you are in Middle Earth. Yeah, I'm very excited to come to you all with another Latro live stream tonight. Yep, we're playing Lord of the Rings Online. We're on Arkenstone, which is my home server, and I am joined by Bludborn and Don Marshall. We've currently muted each other and ourselves to do our intros, but we were all joking around and everything before starting. I think we're just about ready to go, but if anybody wants to join us, feel free to jump on into Arkenstone, make a new elf, and we'll be here in the intro. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Let me know if you guys can all hear me and that this is all good before we start getting more into the game. And yeah, then I'll unmute myself and bring back Bloodborne and Don Marshall, who are both also streaming or should be almost streaming. Hey everybody, yeah, thanks for being here. Got about 80 of us. Thank you guys so much. I know this is a little bit later than we normally stream. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Marion Baggins, we've got Moira, Orange Lightning, Blair Scouten. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Maureen Hubbard, and some new faces as well. Thanks so much. Cool. Before we get started, I guess I'll take this opportunity to thank our Valor tier patrons, because I don't think I will be able to later. Thanks to our Valor tier patrons, Adrian De la Torre, Chris Ortner, Kyle Wetzel, Peter Sheppard, Jonathan Putnam, Mark Kralick, Blair Scouten, Merten, John Hume, Jennifer Wood, Sam McBee, Matt Sibbach, Elizabeth Calvert, Maz Gibs, Ben Gardner, Condar, Rhys Jenkins, Ádám Petrlik, Khuzan, Brandon Glidden, Molly Sullivan, and Daniel Burns, our newest Valor tier patrons. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of our patrons and YouTube members. Really means a lot. All of that out of the way, Valor tier. I'm going to mute myself on that stream. Sorry about that reverb there. With all of that out of the way, I'm going to wait until see when everybody else is ready to go here. Bloodborne, Don Marshall, don't mean to interrupt your guys' intros or anything, but I'm ready when you are.
Bloodborne, no problem. As always, with all of my streams, I am having technical issues, and my audio is not capturing, so nobody can hear me.
Oh no, Don, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. This is. Oh wait, hang on. I think it's work. Nope, that's not working at all.
It's all right.
I will figure it out. I will figure it out. I always do.
Yeah, man, no problem. I was just on Bloodborne too. Like 6 months ago, I had all of the technical difficulties that you could have on a live stream.
I'm gonna try and unplug it and make sure that it actually works. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. I think Bloodborne is he's still doing his intro and everything. So I'll just start interacting with you guys and talking to you all.
Go for it.
Yeah. I hope your nights are going well. Blair, so what's the plan for the play tonight? Just playing a campaign or wandering about the map? Yeah, so we're gonna just start doing the Elven main quest and all of that. It's really just to hang out. We're gonna talk about the Amazon show, upcoming Lord of the Rings things, but also reflect on Lord of the Rings Online, where it's going, the recent updates. Just, yeah, we're kind of hanging out with Lord of the Rings Online tonight.
Very excited for that. I think we picked a heck of a day to stream because we happen to have maybe the most important Lord of the Rings announcement in honestly the last 20 years. I'm trying not to ignore The Hobbit completely, but it really is one of the most important.
Totally agree. Still trying to process everything, that we finally got a name, that it's actually this year,
Yeah, and the fact that it is coming out this year is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was talking to my friend about this recently. Like, it was 2017 when it was announced. When
Was
Amazon,
it really?
yeah, 5 years ago.
God. That's crazy to think of. That is absolutely crazy to think of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure pandemic things aside, we probably would have gotten season 1. I would imagine
agree.
by now, but it's crazy still.
Yeah, no, that is nuts to think about. Just because there have been so many roadblocks that have been thrown up.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'll be honest, full disclosure, I don't know if Bloodborne is listening, but I thought you were Bloodborne for the first like 30 seconds, just
You're
because of
good.
the voices.
No, you're totally good. Do we have similar voices? It's hard for me to tell.
I mean, he's got like that deep baritone stuff, but
Yeah.
like it honestly, maybe I've just had a really long day at work and I don't want to think about it, but that's okay.
Understandable.
Yeah.
How's the Twitch setup going?
Still haven't gotten my microphone set up, so I'm literally performing to an audience of 0. They can hear you though, so if you want to explain to people that my voice chat isn't working, that would actually be amazing.
Totally, yeah, no problem. So everyone on Don Marshall's stream, we're just going through a couple technical difficulties trying to put his audio into the stream. Apparently you all can hear my voice. I'm Yoiston from Men of the West on YouTube, and I've got my live stream going on YouTube.
Yeah. Follow Men of the West and Bloodborne if you want to be able to hear me, but not necessarily see me, because I don't know how any of this works.
Understandable. It's all right, man. It's all right.
I do not know what happened. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's not even
Uh-oh. You just cut out.
Oh, yeah. I'm Yep. There we go, and I'm back.
Are you...
Oh, you know what? Hang on one second. I might need to exit this stream and then have Twitch recognize the fact that this is my microphone.
All right, I'm back, boys.
Yeah,
might
no
not
problem.
be. Bloodborne, I apologize. I'm gonna need to take a second. Technical difficulties abound. Give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna leave this stream and come back.
All right, we'll do that.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bloodborne, good to see you.
Yeah, buddy. I am excited for this, man.
Me too, man. Me too.
It's like a long time coming.
100%. I mean, how many times have I run into you or you run into me during like one of your streams? It's awesome.
I've told the story before, and by the way, we do have the producer for the game in chat over here, and he said, "Don't end the stream until you hit cap or we riot." So
wow, that's a lot of pressure.
I mean, we could just buy Valar's and then
great point. Just Gundabad.
Yeah, we could. But yeah, so I think I remember the first time I was starting up a stream and I was standing up in Scarhold and I was just kind of looking out and you walked up. I think you were on your captain's, the high level one, right?
Yeah, that's Yoiston. Yep.
Yeah, and you walked up and you bowed to me and I was like, oh, that's cool. And, I did a high wave and I was like, wait a minute, I know that name. And then I went over to, I didn't pull it up on screen, but on the side, I pulled it up and I was like, that's Men of the West. And so that was, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good day. We were both going through the new update. Yeah. No, man,
Yes,
it's such a good community. Lord of the Rings Online, Middle Earth at large. Yeah, so it, like you said, it's been a long time coming. Very excited.
Absolutely. And we got speaking of Gundabad, we got to play through that pretty recently, and that was a pretty awesome story.
Yeah.
Oh, Reninia is saying no Valar. So we can't do it. We just gotta.
Wow.
Sorry, man. It's not gonna be a short stream. We gotta hoof it.
Yeah. How long? I'm sure we've played the game. We played the game for years and years. So how long do you think a stream would be? We went, just full metal. We tried to level up to 140. How long do you think that stream would last?
No boosts at all. Like,
no
boosts.
Jewelry.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. Let's just say nothing.
Man, straight through. I mean, if you had a good mix, like a good class composition, I mean, we could probably go pretty quick.
That's true.
Oh, that's fine, dude. Yeah, no problem. He should be back in just a minute. I don't know. We could probably get through if it was straight through. I don't know. I've gotten to 50 in a 24-hour charity stream before.
Really? That's awesome. Yeah.
And that was hoofing it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Did you have any boosts or anything, or were you just?
I think I might have had like the cosmetic pieces on that had like the 25% like monster kill stuff maybe.
Oh yeah. I should probably. I've got mine equipped right now. Just I didn't know how fast we're gonna try to be leveling, but I'll take those off right now.
Yeah, I'm just going full like neutral. Like I just have the basic stuff on.
Sounds
which
good.
Means I have an entire inventory full of stuff I can't use.
Yeah, same. I'm so full on everything.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, let me see. Morris says you guys are a bit quiet. Let me turn it up.
Okay.
All right, Moira, let me know how that works.
Turn you up as well, probably on my end.
And yeah, so everybody in the chat, let us know what questions, topics you guys have. We'll just be hanging out, playing some Lord of the Rings Online tonight, and if you guys wanted to join us, we are on Arkenstone, starting new elves.
Yes. I haven't actually played an elf. I think the last one I played was probably. I did play the high elf for a little while. Did you ever get to go through that?
Yeah, I think my highest high elf is in his 50s. Now, I never made it back to Mordor as a high elf, and I'm curious how like the Spears of Linden questline, Theleron, and all of that is like affected by you being a high elf. Is that quite different at all?
I don't know if it is or not. Because I did about the same. I took my high elf to about 50 or so. So I wanted to get him to Moria. Was that the one I did? The charity stream? That might have been the one I did for the charity stream, to be honest. I think. Let's see. That would be cool. Like, I don't think that's something we've really seen in this game. There's been some like quest lines that have choice, and it kind of changes the direction, but nothing too based on class that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Bookworm says the spears recognize if you are a high elf, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. So it just recognizes if you are a high elf.
Oh, okay. They don't really remember you a whole lot. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like that, those little changes though. What was the high elf woman, her name?
In the game?
In Mordor. She's like kind of a bigger part of that expedition into Mordor. I can't remember her name.
Hey, now you're gonna put me on the spot.
Oh, sorry, Bludborn. Well, I forgot that I did Valar a Runekeeper high elf. I'm just remembering that now. I have like 28 characters on this server, so it's like a slow.
More than me, jeez.
Yeah, it's a catalog. Forgot that I did Valar him up to 105. I want to say, so I did bring him through Mordor. I want to say, but yeah, it's nothing too big. I've actually never done the Abyss of Mordaith raid. Actually, never completed it. I should say. I've been a part of a couple failed runs, but
I just went through that like a few months ago. I definitely over leveled and everything, and it was still kind of challenging because of the Light of Arendil that you had to have on, and so that kind of posed some problems still. And it's actually a very large space, and like outsider coming in for the first time, it was like, this is kind of overwhelming. And some of the tactics we had to do, like we went through the whole thing and cleared it on the tier 2 for all the deeds and stuff, and it was like, okay, this is kind of a complex one. And
it is. Yeah, a Light of Eärendil, I always forget about that. That really adds a lot of difficulty to Mordor for sure.
Yeah, and the fact that it was actually in the instances and raid was kind of interesting. There was another thing later on. I don't know if you ever got to do it, but it was the Howling Pit in the Iron Hills.
Oh, yeah. Was that the with like the necklace? You needed some sort of necklace to go beneath the throne.
You actually got the necklace for completing it.
For completing,
hey,
yeah.
Welcome back.
Hey, man.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Can you hear me?
There he is.
Absolutely, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Hang on 1 second because I'm getting everything set up. I just want everybody to know who is maybe watching on Bludborn stream or Men of the West stream. My wife did all of this, and you will see her momentarily on my own stream.
Right.
In that she did everything here.
Hold on, because
have the snowball there?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I have the snowball here. She's literally correcting me as
She's
I
on
go
it.
to make sure.
She's on it.
She's on it. She has got this. This is the only reason that I do so well on the internet is because she is constantly correcting and helping me.
Hey man, we need that.
Yeah,
We
always,
do.
Yeah, always need support.
We do. She's basically my manager, except I don't really pay her all of that much, if at all. No, that's true. I did buy you food today. All right, so all right, cool. All right, so that's a little bit too loud. I am in the process of setting up my stream. Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
take your time, bud.
Discord is up here.
That's desktop.
Yes, desktop is
So
Discord.
Desktop is Discord and the game.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah. They're laughing because it's because this is hilarious,
No,
right?
It's
No,
yeah.
like I've been there before.
Yeah,
man.
we've
Like,
all been there, man. It's totally okay.
it's
Haven't
totally
we
fine,
all
man.
had a stream that just absolutely crashes right before we're about to start?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. We've all been there.
We have. Okay, well, welcome to those of you that have just joined again after I completely botched this the first time. You have my
Yeah.
wife to thank for this. I'm Don Marshall 72. This is my wife, the one who's better than me.
Hi, everybody. If you're still here, thank you.
We're going to be playing some Lord of the Rings online. There's like 2 people in the audience, so nobody's actually hearing this announcement. I'm going to try again.
Hey, we
The
can
wa-
all
the-
hear it. It's going to everybody now.
Yeah,
so
it's
we're
going.
good.
Yeah, everybody in my
You're
chat,
letting them know.
they're all listening in too.
Well, that makes me feel so much better and that much more self-conscious. Let's make this
You're good, man.
let's make this elf character real quick though, because obviously I work a full-time job. I don't know how to stop doing the beginning race thing. How do I get rid of the character creation part that makes me go through the tutorial?
I got you pulled up right now. So, actually, I don't see it down there. should
Is
be
it
right
that I
next-
haven't paid for this part of the service? I cannot skip the tutorial part.
Maybe if you haven't played an elf character before, it needs you to play the Scoregrim part,
Oh.
which takes like 5 minutes. You should be totally fine.
All right. Well, we are gonna. Hello and welcome to Don Marshall 72's stream, where I'm going to be stream running Lord of the Rings online. My character's name is Thrawn Gorn,
Yes.
Thrawn Duagorn.
and we are going to be from Mirkwood because that seems about right. My eyes are going to be blue like Legolas. Let's randomize. Actually, that seems fun.
So
That's
let's see. You're
close
doing Mirkwood. Yoyston, where's yours from?
Uh,
Well, I can actually see it.
Conan,
Linden.
can you
Yeah,
can you see
Linden.
us now?
Yeah.
And then
What
I
more
have
blocks?
Eteland. So that's a nice mix.
Is that okay? Can I do this? Is this good?
Yeah, good on.
Perfect. Well, those of you watching my stream may actually want to watch Bludborn and Men of the West, who are actually doing the thing that I should have taken care of hours ago. But
Hey, it's
You're-
welcome
you're
to working
good.
a full-time job and also being a content creator.
Did you join the-
I think I have to do the tutorial
Yeah, you
again.
got to do it.
It's okay. Everything's made up and the points don't matter. And
Yeah.
like whose line is it anyway? Oh my god.
Well, in the meantime,
Oh.
we'll jump into chat. I want to start some conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, sorry for the technical difficulties. We've all been there.
We've all had them.
All had them. I had just an abysmal Battle for Middle Earth stream back in August. We've all been there. So
Oh, good.
Such a good.
Didn't
such a
didn't
good
you
game.
also, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you also try and do New Worlds day 1 and like the servers crashed on the first day? Like
Bloodborne.
Oh, that was me. Definitely. I was in there. There was a 25,000 player queue, and it was several hours. I got
Oh.
in, and then I was playing, and that was the time that my the tech call came in for my internet service, and they're like, "Well, we may have to turn it off." I was like, "Don't." And they had to
oh
do the service.
no,
So I went back into
no.
the 25,000 player queue. I was like, "Well, I'm done for today."
Oh my
Like-
god. That's terrible.
Yeah. So, what's up, Spicy?
Oh my god.
So yeah. So we had some pretty interesting stuff happen yesterday in the Lord of the Rings world, did we not?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. The first piece of Lord of the Rings video content we've had since The Hobbit. Is that fair to say? Since the last Hobbit movie?
Yeah.
Because we didn't get like it's kind of like a teaser trailer, but it's just like the title release, but also like it's not actually content, it's just like a promo. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't like specifically really a teaser or anything like that. Have you guys seen the making of it? To me it looked like CGI, but then you see these like behind the scenes, the casting and the molding. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And then you realize that 90% of it is just straight up real.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how you guys feel about this. It made me laugh really hard. Like I saw a picture right after that had Jeff Bezos. He like this is in his house
with the wood.
Yeah, with the sign.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'll maybe ask this: did that make anyone feel icky? That's
like
the
a
only
little ominous.
phrase.
Yeah,
just
a
like a little bit. Like that's just like that uncle that comes to the holiday party, and you're like, oh, I really wish he had done the thing he did and canceled for everybody else. But honestly, like, yeah, there he is. He's here. It's uncomfortable, but we got to do it because
just don't touch it.
He's friends with Grandpa, and Grandpa seems to get along with him. I don't know.
I'm really hoping that's not how the show feels. Like, just the vibe of the show is, you know?
Me too.
Right.
It's a good way to put it, though. But
just that one weird uncle that's like, hey, I heard you like the Lord of the Rings. Me too. Want to see this thing that I'm doing? And he's like this secret billionaire that like
little project I'm working on.
Yeah,
Right.
I have this thing I think you'd really like. It's in my basement. It's like these miniatures, but in reality, it's just Jeff Bezos like spending every single one of his dollars to make that. You know what? If Amazon ever wants to hire me, I should just shut up right now. Please ignore me, Amazon representative that is definitely watching this regardless.
I feel like if an Amazon rep is watching this, they're like, man, all these difficulties that these three are having, nah.
It's like you can't even get a Twitch stream going. How am I supposed to trust you with my TV show?
I've given up on being an Amazon Connect long ago.
You know, I haven't yet had that happen to me yet, but I can only dream. But here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I'm in the midst of. Oh God, I'm going through the tutorial for those that are maybe joining on my chat. I don't know what's happening, but there's a cave troll and he has stunned me.
There he is.
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna
then
pull this up on here, so we're gonna watch you do that.
Please do. Please do. It is as ridiculous as it is embarrassing. So I think there's great comedic entertainment out of all of this.
So funny you should mention the thing with Bezos and like the wood plaque thing. Do you guys have, because I know I do you have a favorite piece of Lord of the Rings, like prop or memorabilia or anything like that you just absolutely love?
I own Andúril, Aragorn's sword, which makes me feel like the most powerful man in the world. So I can't say anything beyond just Andúril, because holding a sword makes you feel better in life.
I agree.
For me, there's like I'm surrounded by my Middle Earth geek stuff, and I absolutely love it. But for one thing in particular, when I was growing up, just in this town north of me, there was an Ace Hardware. Whenever we got out of whenever my family and I went to a restaurant nearby, we always passed this Ace Hardware, and in the window, yes sir, there he is. In the window, there were all these cookie jars. And one of them was Aragorn, like with his kingly armor on and everything like that, just as a cookie jar. And one day I was like in high school and I'm like, I'm going to just go buy that thing. Like, I don't care how much money it is. I'm just going to get it because I've looked at that growing up in this Ace Hardware store. So that cookie jar is sitting right next to me. One of my favorites.
Awesome.
Aragorn cookie jar.
I love that. I love that so much. I do need to make a quick announcement on my chat. I sped through the tutorial, but on my left is Joystein from Men of the West. You may know him as the most popular Lord of the Rings YouTube channel of all time. To my right is Bludborn, arguably the best person if you want to learn Lord of the Rings online. And here's me, and I named my character Thranduagorn. So that should give you an idea of just how chaotic this stream is going to be, if not even worse. Then let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it. Alrighty.
Let's do it.
Grab our first quest here.
Okay, are we talking to Naz? Because I've already grabbed his quest.
Yep.
And then I got to talk to Eladon and Elro here.
Hey. Paul Walker said we need Nas.
So to explain to our chats a little bit about the quests that were just, there's dialogue here, but at least for I know for Bloodborne and I, we've read this 1,000 times.
Whereas my chat saw me do this twice, and one of them, it wasn't intentional. I was doing a test stream to make sure that I would have enough frames per second to actually make sure that this worked. And I didn't realize that I wasn't doing the test stream where like you have to insert the extra stuff after your stream key. So I was just streaming for a half hour, muttering to myself, quoting TikToks, beatboxing, and just like being a general hooligan until someone.
That one too.
Yeah. At which point, someone messages me on the Discord and it's like, "Hey, you know you're live, right?" And I'm like,
"Oh, that's the best feeling."
How long have I been live? It was a half hour. It was a half hour that I was live. Thank goodness I didn't say anything awful, and like I consider myself a decent enough person that I wouldn't.
Right.
But, like just the implications that it could have happened make it that much worse.
Oh yeah. I mean, no, it shows your integrity, right? Like, you know, the version of you on
Get the real version.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'd like to think that the fact that I didn't say anything horrible means that I'm a decent enough person, but you know, there is the fear. There is always the fear.
But yeah, for our chats here, so Elrond had a dream about blood and the Dour King and all that stuff, and now his sons are here in Ered Luin. We're in the Blue Mountains, and we're investigating the dream. That's where we're at story-wise.
Should I, story-wise, should I buy a new bow? Feel free to just correct me on this. Should I buy the?
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like World of Warcraft, where I basically don't need to worry about items until I've level capped?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
And you'll progress, and you'll get stuff that you need as you go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good to know.
Especially with these early levels, you know, it's so I actually, thanks for the super chat. I got a super chat from Comic Nut 64. Hey fellas, enjoy the game. I'm in a good mood because I bought a white Mustang. What do you think I named it? Also, I found.
Did they name? They name it Gandalf? Did they name it Gandalf?
Oh, that would Mithrandir
or Shadowfax
because it's a Mustang.
Of course. Oh yeah, Shadowfax.
That's too easy.
Good call. Good call.
How did I miss that one? Jesus.
Me too.
Me too. You guys are supposed to be the pros here. I just play the game.
Hey, listen, I'm so deep within this technical difficulties of my Lord of the Rings stream, I can't think of obscure facts, let alone the obvious facts. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah,
whose dog is this? Whose dog are we following?
That's mine.
You can have dogs in this game, just like follow you around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what other pets do I have? Hold on. You guys want to see my celebration pig?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Listen. There is a story behind this pig. There is a story behind this pig from the first time I ever streamed Lord of the Rings online. This is the best day of my life. I found a guy who had this exact pig with a Gandalf hat, and he is a total stranger. But I'm like, hey, listen. This is really cool, and also I'm streaming on Twitch. Would you mind telling like 100 people on Twitch where you got this pig because I want it? And he was like, yeah. And like we spent the next half hour like not even playing the game, just like chatting about Lord of the Rings online in front of all of these people. And I desperately wanted it, and I realized it was an anniversary gift and I couldn't get it, and that was so sad for me that I couldn't find this pig.
Oh yeah.
Right. Let's see. Where is it? There we go.
There he is.
What is
Gem.
Oh my God! Look at the. Listen, we're not going to get anything done. We're just going to spend the next 2 hours looking at pets and obsessing over
Pets and
them.
mounts.
Look at this.
Bloodborne.
What is this bear thing?
I'm sure Bloodborne knows the story about the ghost bear, right? The ghost bear of Fornost.
What is this?
I actually don't.
Oh, you don't. So from what I can tell, this was from like 2014, 2015, like some charity thing that Lord of the Rings Online did. Yeah, and so
I know that part.
This ghost bear is in reference to when the game came out in 2007. I want to say in Fornost, people would hear a random bear sound just when they were exploring Fornost to find no bears around. So then they called it the spirit bear or the ghost bear. And so then Turbine at the time, they're like, okay, let's capitalize on that. And then they made Ghost Bear.
Amazing. Amazing.
I did not know that part.
At least that's how I remember it. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody in the chat.
Legend has it.
Yeah, legend has it.
In a truly selfish way, I do want to ask, yo, are these pets tradable? Like, can I
They are
borrow one?
Bound.
Oh,
They are. I totally give you
what?
one.
I understand.
You have the Gundabad one. This guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do.
Creepy.
Yeah, he
What
is.
is that?
I never use him.
Ooh,
Because,
what in the crab crustacean primordial is this? What is this?
Oh, hey, Nerd of the Rings. So actually, humbly wanted to say that I am actually not the biggest Middle Earth YouTuber. Nerd of the Rings is, and he's in the chat with us this evening.
Oh,
how's it going, Matt?
Yeah.
He says, "How's everyone feeling after that title reveal?" Yeah,
Pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Wet. I mean, what? Sorry. Sorry, do you keep your streams PG? I try my best, but then I have
Hey, man, sometimes things happen.
Yeah, sometimes things slip. I try PG, but you know, I'm not the only
Here
one.
we are.
Yeah. The title reveal, I'm excited. I wonder if we'll get a different title. I saw a comment that said maybe we'll get a different title per season. So the first one focuses on like the Rings of Power, the second one's Numenor. That would be cool. I doubt that's the case, but hopefully
That'd be
this
kind of confusing for people. I think
it would
that
be.
weren't like fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like just from a branding perspective, changing the title, which I have done numerous times, just trying to be an influencer since I was 14 years old. I've tried a bunch of things. Keeping a consistent brand is like real important, and with the money that Amazon is spending, I feel like that's going to stay the same.
Yeah.
I am hitting some lag, some latency.
Oh yeah, you know what? I only see Bludborn in front of me. You are nowhere to be found.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Do we are a little ways back. No biggie.
Listen. 95% of this stream I have been convinced is just going to be shenanigans, tomfoolery, and general debauchery. So like, let's have at it.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna
Take your time.
I'm gonna re-log in because I hit some lag. It happens.
If it makes you feel any better, my chat has repeatedly said that it would not be a Don Marshall stream if I did not run into technical difficulties. So you're among good company at the very least.
I swear that's how all my patrons think of me too. Like they are my tech support at this point.
My chat is the same way. So if it's all right, I'd like to pick the two of yours brains real quick because
Sure.
I feel like a majority of my chat already knows who you are, but not necessarily knows how you started. Bloodborne, I'll start with you if you're all right with it.
Sure.
Tell me how you got started being the premier Lord of the Rings online streamer and like what that.
I wouldn't go that far. There are
look,
definitely some great Lotro streamers out there.
I will say there are, but every time I have tried to raid someone that's streaming Lord of the Rings online, you have consistently had the most people online at any given time, man. You are the dude. You're the guy, like Spy Kids 3.
That is talk about obscure. That is obscure reference.
Who's this? Yoiston's dad.
What?
Your dad? I'm a little confused because he's a dwarf. So
what in the interspecies relationship is this?
Oh, that's amazing. Bloodborne, could I get an invite? And if you wanted to throw
Yeah.
Yoiston's dad an invite here too, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
you're definitely becoming part of our party. You know what? This is exactly what happens. Someone finds out that we're on
it
the
starts.
server that we're on, and we just get flooded with
Oh, yeah.
Yoiston's.
Yoiston's
Oh my
dads.
god. That's incredible. You know what? You know what? Why don't we celebrate what could have been with the Tariel and Keely
Oh,
relationship?
Oh no.
Here, I think I got you. Hold on. Let's see. Let me find them.
For those that are maybe desperate to be memes as well, is it all right if we give out the server that we're on? Can
Oh
we do
yeah.
that?
We're on
the
Arkenstone.
We're on the Arkenstone server. Come on over here. Feel free to be my dad. Feel free to be my mom. Feel free to be Bloodborne's dad or mom. I don't know what
Alright,
your
so I'm gonna say
relationship is with your parents, but this is great.
Oh yeah.
All right, Don, if you were excited by the pets, face the direction I am and pull your camera as far back as you can.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I
man.
see the dog. I see the dog. Oh wait, no, that's nope,
face
nope,
the
nope.
direction
This
I
way.
am. Yeah,
Oh,
yep.
sorry, I forget that Bloodborne is the one with the deep voice. I'm
There
constantly.
you go.
Yeah, I'm a
All right.
tenor.
All right, I'm ready.
Just
I'm ready.
wait for it.
What do we
Wait for
got?
it.
What do we got?
You want to look up a little? Wait for it.
Okay. Okay. I'm in first person view. I'm waiting.
Oh.
The sun.
Oh,
Oh,
the-
the eagle firework coming through.
Oh no, I missed it. Wait, what happened? Do it again. Do it again if you can.
Got a different kind of firework for us.
Oh, come on. Oh, there's one. I see. Ooh. That's a fun little
Here
design.
it goes.
Oh, okay. I see it. I see it.
So
Waiting
cool.
for it. Looks like it has kind of fizzled. It is not launching and it has disappeared.
It's gonna be
Is-
way up in the sky.
Well,
Is the quality of my stream that bad that I can't get as many frames a second to capture the eagle firework? Oh
man.
no!
Shall we?
Oh no!
Shall we continue forth and defeat some
I'm ready.
some pests?
I'm ready for it. Yoiston, your dad can absolutely come along with us, as well as your dog and what I assume is Cthulhu's baby in that little.
That's accurate.
Yeah, honestly.
But to get back to your question, Don, about how I got started. So I've been playing the game since 2007, and I've done pretty much up until that point, like just about anything you could do. So raiding, PvP, just the whole 9 yards. And around 2013 is when I started streaming, and it was actually like Twitch was still fairly new at that point. It had just switched over from Justin.tv.
Yeah. Have you been on Twitch since 2013?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's been a while. Yeah.
You are an OG in the truest sense. Holy crap.
I've been around a bit. Yeah. So, like when we started doing that, I mean, it very much rings true, like the technical difficulties, because even when I started streaming, I was using Flash Media Live Encoder.
No, you were not.
You
were not.
Wow.
It was painful. And it did not work. My very first streams had 0 audio and were at about 600 bit rate.
A 600 bit rate.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I think any person that had a normal idea of what they were doing would have looked at that and said, nope, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
But it
mean-
bothered me enough that I just wanted to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, the
And
endurance.
then,
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so I just kept going. And at that time, that's when the former community manager, Sapiens, he started doing the Take the Hobbits to Isengard thing on Twitch.
Of course, yeah.
And so I started to talk to Rick a little bit and get kind of acquainted with their team and stuff like that, and started to say like, hey, won't we, they're starting to do this stuff on Twitch with, stream teams and all that stuff. Like, have you thought about doing that? And started to kind of push that. And to the point where, we started adding people and more people were streaming the game and whatnot. And we started getting people doing charity streams and all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And, finally, like there was a long period of time where It was just me, and it was like 0 viewership at all, and it was just kind of fun from the technical standpoint to do it, and so I just kept doing it.
That's incredible, because that is such a great similarity to everybody's experience on TikTok, where they're desperate. Like my first 6 or 7 TikToks that weren't Lord of the Rings related were just hey, I can beatbox, I can speed rap, I've got this talent, give me that little bit of clout.
Right.
And as soon as I found the
we
niche,
can go back out from here. Go
all
back.
right. All right. As soon as I found that niche, it was oh yeah, that is pretty cool. I'm gonna do this instead, and it really worked.
Yeah,
You're
I
that
mean,
guy.
So Dawn, you started exploring. When did you get into TikTok?
My origin story is a little bit different from most other people. This is a little bit of an adult story, so if any of the 12-year-olds that are watching my stream, please hold your ears. I got drunk on Thanksgiving last year. And there was a point where I found somebody who made a video who is now thankfully a good buddy of mine named Heston Horwin. And he made a video, and in it he said, oh, get bodied by an 8,000-year-old wizard. And he was playing Gandalf, and I just went in my head, it's not 8,000 years old. I know how old Gandalf is. I'm going to correct this guy on the internet. And
it always starts off well.
It does, and I
So your
pulled
first thing was a react. I love it.
My
Oh.
first video was the biggest actually in the history of my life. And then I made another one because I was like, wait a minute, I can correct this guy on so much. I know a lot about the Lord of the Rings, and so I made another one. So I made another video about yeah, by the way, Aragorn and Arwen are actually related, but it's not as creepy as Game of Thrones, I promise. And then I was up from 6 p.m. until 3 a.m. the next morning making videos, and I woke up to 10,000 followers, and I'm like, oh,
Awesome.
it really was one of the most life-changing moments. I would put, obviously my wedding is first, when I married my wife, and the day that we first started talking, that all takes precedent. But in terms of life-changing events, that's certainly up there in the top 10, realizing that oh shoot, people want to hear what I have to say, and I have that clout that I've been desperately chasing since I found out what YouTube was.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's a very sour topic for me. You know that, Yoyston.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do tell.
So I've been making content on both platforms for a long time. When I started streaming, I started putting up content on YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, it was before they made their change to the 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscriber thing.
Yeah.
And they made a cutoff. If you didn't meet that criteria, then they just demonetized everybody that didn't meet that. So at the time, I got demonetized.
Oh no.
Which I was like, fine, it's not a big deal at that point. But then when the pandemic hit and I was streaming a little bit more, and I was also doing more YouTube content, I way surpassed the numbers that were required for that, and I resubmitted, and it has now been 10 months of waiting.
What?
It actually has taken so long now that my AdSense account deactivated, and I had to reactivate, which actually timed out the application, and I had to put in a new one. And they're just sometimes it just takes longer. I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
Oh my god!
I'm still surprised that YouTube hasn't gotten back to you. That's insane.
They only respond on social media, just saying, it just sometimes it's a manual process. I'm like,
they literally pulled it do be like that sometimes on you, and then never got back to you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Chat, TikTok, whoever you are that you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, hashtag justice for Bludborn. That is absolute
justice for
crap.
Bludborn.
That or depending on how you want to do this, hashtag YouTube for Bludborn or YouTube. Tell me what you want. I'll make it happen. We've got the influence between the three of us.
We've got Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. We can do this.
That's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
I mean,
Captain Lord of the Rings.
No, I can't just resubmit because it's all automated. So it's just chilling there.
Have you considered making a completely new Twitch and YouTube channel and just starting from scratch? I hate even suggesting that, but it
No.
is an option.
That I can tell you from my struggles with getting partnered on Twitch years ago, that will never happen.
That's fair. How long have you been a partner?
2 years now? 3 years? 2 years.
Nice.
20, yeah, it's 2.5 or whatever it is now.
Okay. Hey, this feels like a really dumb question. Should I have been looting these plants? Because I don't even think I picked up the quest for this. I'm just following the dog.
You're good. I mean, yeah. Let me see. Did you turn in the last quest?
I don't even. Hang on.
What is the quest that you have?
Use a penetrating shot against the Oh my god. I completely missed the. You know what? It's fine. Nobody's watching for the gameplay. Nobody's watching for the gameplay. They are watching for the shenanigans.
Exactly. You know what? They're loving it.
That's
They're loving
amazing.
it.
That's amazing.
You know what? If you two ever want to hop on the stream again and make this like a weekly or a monthly thing, just guiding me through the hundreds of technical difficulties,
for that.
let's make it happen.
gosh.
Chat, let me know if that is something that you ever want to do, because honest to God, this is one of the most fun streams I've ever had. Because the last time I did Lord of the Rings Online, I was alone and reacting to the fact that I haven't played since I was in beta back when this game.
Wow.
I was a beta tester, and then because I started high school at the time, I'm like, oh, I don't really have time for a TTRPG. I can't really make this work, and I stopped doing it. And
You
I
were in high school when this came out.
When did? Yeah, in like was it like 07 or 08?
07? Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Do you want to get depressed? Do you know how old I was when this came out?
Oh no.
I was 8 when Latra came out. When I just heard a beep.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
I
8.
can censor myself over here.
Oh man. Did I just age
I'm
you
done,
all?
guys.
Like
No, I mean, I'm feeling good. I'm still at the part of my life where it's like I'm on YouTube and it's like, oh, I'm 22 years old and I'm having a good time of it. But I'm soon.
I'm 36.
how old?
I'm 36.
No, you are not.
Yoiston's mom has showed up. Let's invite her to the group.
Get Yoiston's mom into this group. This is incredible. This is the best stream I've ever had.
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
Okay. So I have officially completed the quest that we needed
All
to.
right.
Where I have to talk to Eladon. Where is he? Never mind.
Right
I
over
see
here.
him. Listen, if you want to just completely ignore the fact that I completely missed the quest and do something else, I will happily follow the two of you around and engage in general
No,
debauchery.
you're totally good. We'll hit a point where we have to do like solo instances. We'll see if we get there anytime soon, but there's a point where we have to do, so we'd hate to leave you behind in the intro. So
I appreciate it.
We'll do this together.
I have to talk to Doriel about her memories.
Yep. Come on
Uh,
down this way.
yeah, I'm gonna just follow you people because wow. So welcome to those of you that are just joining me on the stream. We are doing the same quest over twice because not only am I incompetent, I'm an airhead too, which might mean the same thing, but
Hey, we were indulging in very good conversations.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
You know,
which really, if I'm being honest, right? How many people in their lives have just listened to a bunch of middle-aged white men talk about the thing they're passionate about, right? Nobody's ever done this before.
Wait,
We're great.
I'm middle-aged? Hold on.
Maybe I was a little mean on that one, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what chat says.
it's me, Sunny D. Is this guy from Lord of the Rings TikTok? Yes, it is. That is Don Marshall you here. And
Hello,
also
everybody.
Yost from Men of the West on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel just because of the way that TikTok works and because I'm streaming there as well, I constantly need to reintroduce myself every 5 minutes because my stream is basically a different set of the 15 people every 5 minutes. Okay, I need to talk to Dorunger about
He's
his
up here on the steps.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you, and I gotta constantly
Alright.
remind myself. Bloodborne has the deep voice, and
Yoiston's
No.
the tenor. Yoiston's the tenor.
look, again, we've all got very YouTube streamy type videos.
Yeah.
Although, wait, hang on. Now that I'm thinking about it, aren't the streamies like an award? Like, can't you win a streamy?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I feel like the streamies used to be a thing, but that feels like very 2007, 2008 YouTube references, which I've made at least a couple times. All right, I need to kill some pests.
Perfect.
I imagine.
We'll
Cool.
head back to that cave. Yeah, no, when I started YouTube, it was... I didn't get too much into it until 2017, but I started my channel back in 2014.
Ooh,
Very different platform, you know.
very.
So,
very much.
Bloodborne, I will
yeah.
say I've got you beat by about 2 years. I was 2012, my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, sophomore year of high school. That's what I was too with 2014.
God.
There you go.
Yeah.
2012, my wife was pregnant with my son. So there we go.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. And here we all are in the exact same place doing the exact.
We can go down this way.
Okay. Okay.
I do have one question in here. It's actually a Lotro question. So, all right, dumb question. Best ally weapon for a captain. Depends on what you're going to do. Most people end up going with a two-handed greatsword. Most people.
Yeah, that's what I have
would
with
personally
Yoiston.
go with a halberd just because it's unique to them. It's not
It's a
the
good
best
point.
option, but they're the only ones that can use it. So I use it time.
He's lying. Use a short bow. I know nothing about this game. Don't listen to me.
Use a dagger on a captain.
Yeah. You know what? This
There
has
was
been
a point.
incredible. Your mom is following us. Your dad followed us at one point, Yoiston. This is just phenomenal.
Yoiston's whole family's in here. Disclaimer though, these aren't. I don't think it could be my family, and they're just pulling pranks on me. But
You don't know.
I actually have no idea. Got another super chat. Thanks so much. You are neither middle-aged nor young. You are precisely the age you mean to be. I got him. Love it.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it so much. And you know what? That really is the best part about chat. They come up with the clever stuff that we
Yeah.
can't
That we're
think of in the
supposed
moment. That we're supposed to as streamers just to think of it like one way or another. Like, yeah, of course I thought about that joke.
Yeah.
I stole it from my chat, but like that's fine.
Honestly, after the name reveal for the Amazon show, my brain is fried. Like, I do have to work on a video tomorrow, but right now, no, there's nothing going on in my head.
You put
somebody
out some
in,
amazing stuff though. Like
thanks,
day
man.
of.
Thank
Day
you.
of.
Man
You
of
went
the
to
West.
work.
Ardith over here saying Man of the West. Huge fan, brother.
Oh,
There
thank
go.
you so much. Yeah, let me give you guys shout outs as well for anyone new joining us. I'm playing with Bludborn and Don Marshall. You can find them on YouTube and Twitch, and Don Marshall on TikTok. Please give them some follows.
Don Marshall 72, if you don't mind. I don't want to be
Yeah.
confused with the Star Trek actor.
Oh, you're not the
mean-
star. Wait, no, just
You know
kidding.
what?
I didn't even.
Oddly enough,
We've made some mistakes here.
Yeah.
oddly enough,
I thought
I
this
am
was far
not.
too easy to set up.
Oddly enough, I am not the middle-aged African American gentleman in the mid 60s and 70s when the popular sci-fi series was coming out. And I feel so bad because like
Oh, we gotta go up there now. for you.
I picked the
that's
72, but like there's no difference between my name and his, and he's got all of the Google results. You have to add 72 to my name in order for me to even be like relevant in
Really?
the Google searches. Well, Star Trek is such a name brand that
That makes
everyone's like,
sense.
"Oh, you obviously mean this thing," but no, you probably don't. Also, we can probably leave this cave. I picked up a red flower. I assume
Perfect.
it's going to help heal Frodo, but maybe not. I don't know.
Quite the opposite. These are poisonous.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Blood of the Dower King. That old
Yeah.
dwarf man.
Oh, okay. Is that the dwarf that was your father?
My father.
Okay.
He did disappear. It's quite possible. It's quite possible. It's suspicious how fast he disappeared.
You know what? Maybe we accidentally poisoned that player character, and he's gone. He's just straight up gone.
Gone.
Actually, Yoiston, so I know that you've played for a long time and you have a high level character. So what's your take on how, I guess, true this game is to text as
Yeah.
far as a game goes?
So I think I had two big inspirations to getting into Middle-earth's books and history and lore, and then into my channel, and that was Peter Jackson's films and Lord of the Rings Online. So I would say, even though they do take, make original characters and everything like that, because they have to, the Lord of the Rings Online is very close to text, very true to form, and most importantly, it feels like Middle-earth. It feels like it represents the themes of Tolkien that he laid down in his stories, and yeah, to me, this is the best adaptation of Lord of the Rings, like just in general adaptation. So I would even say this is closer to the books than any of the movies. Than like the Amazon show has a high bar to pass this game in terms of its adaptation, like ability and everything like that. So no, it's quite amazing, quite incredible lore wise and everything like that. I mean, learning about the fall of Arnor just in the first 50 levels, the Angmar War, everything like that. Again, not everything's canon, but the thing is this game propels you to do the research to figure out what is and isn't canon. And it makes you feel like, okay, most of the bigger plot points are canon, some of the smaller ones aren't, and then you figure that out. Versus some of the other Middle-earth games that have recently come out that aren't as true to form, that aren't as true to lore.
Looking at you, Shadow of Mordor.
What they did to Helm Hammerhand. I'll never get over that.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
By the way, I did just see the dragon firework. Phenomenal stuff. Also, Bludborn, you bring up an amazing point. Like, the feel of the universe is so much more important than staying true to the text. I'm fine with original characters as long as it feels like I am being brought into the Tolkien universe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing for me. Like, it was very much being brought in on the movies, because I'm very much more a visual person.
Yeah.
And I love seeing what filmmakers do with detail and storyline and pacing and all that kind of stuff. So that's what really brought me into Lord of the Rings as a whole. And now obviously I've gone down the rabbit hole majorly since then. And when I got into this game, it was like, okay, I have no clue what I'm doing in this type of game. This was the first MMO I'd ever played. And then, I think this game does a really good job of, since you're not playing the heroes, and you have those intersecting points of, you come across the Fellowship, and sometimes you're ahead of them, sometimes you're behind them, sometimes you're with them.
Yeah.
It does a good job of reminding you what you're doing and why, but then also like letting you experience those throwbacks, like Yoisten and I were talking about a little bit ago, with some of the newer content that's come out of, stepping back into the Second Age a little bit with the Mordor Besieged, and then there's even a newer one, Blood of Azog, which you step back to the Battle of Azanulbazar, and you
And
experience
how
all those
cool
things.
is that? Like, how cool is that just from a gameplay standpoint? Because I didn't play it myself, but like the concept of being able to follow that storyline that hasn't really been explored beyond the books, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, even being able to put faces and names to characters that, I mean, are mentioned in the book, if only slightly. I mean, even like getting to talk to Anarion, for me, whenever I do that in the Second Age Besieged, or Mordor Besieged part, like talking to Elendil, talking to Anarion, actually being able to put faces and characters to them, it's incredible. It's so inspirational to me as a big Tolkien fan. And I think that's one of the best things that this game is able to do. It's put that face, put that character like to an interactable kind of state,
Right.
Yeah, and that is the thing that I find so approachable about Tolkien, is that all of his characters become these like people that you can actually, this is a good question, because what I was going to say is they become these people that you can relate to, but do you two have like a favorite character, or does it change depending on how old you are or what mood you're in? Because I have found that like I related to Frodo when I was young and really short, but now I'm like, well, maybe I'm kind of a Gandalf, passing on my own knowledge.
I would say it changes for sure. And I think it changes too when I'm playing a game and I'm interacting in a certain way, or if I'm reading a book, or if I'm watching a movie. It definitely changes because those interpretations are different. And so like you know, in the movies, I mean, there's parts of me too, like there's certain moments, and maybe not necessarily a particular character, but a particular character's moment, like
Mm.
you know, Boromir during the Fellowship's end.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
there are those moments where it's just like, you know, I really hope I can be that at some point where it's like I can make the right decision. Like just those type of things stand out, and maybe not necessarily the character as a whole, but just those moments. And I think that's kind of interesting with Tolkien's works.
Yeah, I have to agree with that as well. It's interesting. Like for me, my favorite character. I mean, obviously, when you're like a kid, you know, Legolas has to be everybody's favorite character. But
Oh yeah,
you see him.
He's the dude you want to be growing up. You
Yeah.
want to be the archery nerd that like can never miss.
Yeah, exactly. But Aragorn for me, he's always like really always been my favorite character in fantasy and just of all time, and I think he will always remain that because for me he's such an idealistic archetype to aim for in life, just to be somebody like him, both books and movies. And
Mhm.
however, it's interesting as I grow up and like the more that, yeah, Boromir, for instance, I hear that talking to a lot of my, especially male friends, that as we grow up, we get like we understand Boromir a little bit more, and
Yeah.
and everything like that, and then we come to understand Gandalf and everything. So just different moments, different characters definitely hit at different times in our lives.
There's
if
a there's a
you guys
great.
have all that stuff, we can head back down this
Oh,
way.
perfect.
I need 3 more black stones. Hang on, I'm about to get a second one. I was about to say there is a great thing in my chat that I see so often, which is and I'll translate it a little bit. It's like being young means you obsess over Legolas. Growing up means you realize that Samwise is the ideal partner you want to like have as the one you come home to every night. I will translate that into the same idea as like being young means you thought Boromir was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Getting older and maturing means you realize that Boromir is just every man that happened to fall to temptation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that way even like reading some of the older Silmarillion content, like Turin Turambar, obviously cursed, obviously does a lot of bad in his life, but this forward momentum within the character to try to do better, to try to every step of his life, he's like, oh, I have to learn from what came before. While he yet fails to his own character vices over and over, he's still trying to get better, and it makes for yet really interesting reading, really interesting three-dimensional characters.
Yeah. And that is what makes, Tolkien so great. Just for me personally, the idea that like I could relate to any one of these characters at any given time in my life makes it that much better.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm hoping with the Amazon show, to go back to that. It's like I'm hoping that at the end of the day they can just get the characters right, the themes,
Mhm.
everything like that, to feel like Middle Earth, to feel aspirational for generations to come. Because I still go back, watch the Peter Jackson films, and feel inspired, feel those chilling moments. And I hope Amazon can get that right at least.
I think that's actually what's really cool about the little teaser is like the music and the detail
Mhm.
and stuff, and like showing the behind the scenes already on that. I think it already shows a certain level of detail and care
Yeah.
already that we're familiar with from the original films. So because I don't know if that was a response to a Twitter post to somebody, but I made the comment. It was just like I was having some real throwback moments there, just seeing like optical effects of seeing with them pouring the molten in there and
Yeah.
the camera flyovers, and being very reminiscent of seeing the making of and seeing the forced perspective of getting the Hobbit size next to Gandalf and stuff at the table, and how they did all this stuff. And it's just a certain level of care, and I know that's going to be hard for some people to associate that and Amazon. Like it's going to be really hard for them to
Jeff
connect
Bezos
those
didn't
two dots.
necessarily help that though. Like he's not doing himself any favors.
Again, you see
Like-
that picture of him with the sign. It's just kind of chilling in an odd way. It's funny.
Like,
Yeah,
ooh,
he's
that's
like, I
that
don't know what
weird.
to do with my hands.
Yeah, it's like that's that weird uncle who's like, hey, haven't seen you in 2 years since that Christmas I wasn't invited to. What's going on? How you doing? What's up? Again, Amazon, if you're listening to this, I do apologize. Jeff Bezos is my best friend. I love him so much. No, I'm kidding. Hey, real quick, I'm supposed to be collecting samples from sick bears. Is that
Yeah, that'll
Uh,
be
on
that'll
the
be
other
next.
side.
Cool.
Did you have the dogs of death as well? I've been trying to keep track.
I have
looks like-
I have Thranduil the Wary, which I just got a title for.
Good man.
And then I'm collecting broken wings, and I need to examine the strange patch of soil along the river and collect samples from bears. Again, I want to just remind my chat, for the 15 of you that are still here, I'm not going to be doing very well in this game.
Hey, we all started like this. I mean, like I said,
Oh, yeah.
I tell the story all the time. I met one of my longtime friends playing this game, and I have a very vivid memory of him meeting me. He was playing on one of his secondary characters, and I was out there and I was playing my champion, and I should have been dual wielding at the time. I had a one-handed sword, not a two-hander, and he comes up to me. This is where I met him. He's just like, why do you only have one sword, and why are you not running in fervor? I was like, I don't know what that means. And he's like, okay, I play a champion. Let me show you the way. I was like,
And
all
is
right,
it-
cool?
Very good.
Isn't that the perfect summation of Tolkien? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need a guide to help me through all
Yeah,
of this because
exactly.
none of it makes sense.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't do it
yeah.
by yourself.
Now, for me, like my best memories with Lord of the Rings Online are with my grandparents, who I've played this game with for years, and my dad as well. I just recently lost my.
Apparently, I'm old enough to be one of your grandparents. Apparently, so-
Apparently, I just lost my grandpa that I played the game with back in October.
sorry.
Unfortunately.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. But like this game will always be that kind of memory,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I also find that kind of Tolkienian as well, that kind of memory of the elder days that you always wish that you can get back,
One of
They're
the
always grander
memories.
times.
Yeah, one of the memories that I have most in my life is I wish I could go back and watch the movies again.
for the
That is
first time.
like for the first time,
Yeah.
just like to be introduced to this world
Mhm.
and not know anything about it and just discover it again. That joy of discovery played such a huge role in my life. I think honestly, I would give anything to like be back there and to have that sense of discovery again, because
Sure.
it is so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean-
There's something about it. It's just like it's such a unique world too, and it is very true about it being, the kind of the basis for all like modern fantasy and mythology.
yeah.
essentially. So like it's
Dungeons and
holds up.
Dragons, World of
Mhm.
Warcraft, pretty much anything that has a fantasy setting within the last 50 or 60 years can
Yeah.
be attributed to Tolkien.
Yep, absolutely.
So, Dawn, I don't want you to feel bad. I was just using a worse bow this whole time than I could have been. I was like, why am I not doing enough damage? Oh, that's why.
If anything, that makes me feel so much better because I have absolutely no idea how much damage I should be doing. I'm just pressing the buttons, hoping that the chat finds this interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bloodborne, what do you think about all the new legendary tracery items, all that kind of stuff? Just like, do you like it? Do you find it really complex?
It is complex, but realistically, it is long term, I think, way better.
Yeah.
I actually did some stuff on the test server not too terribly long ago where I went through the intro experience, like going into Moria when you would get your legendary. And it's so much better now because the legendaries that you get in that experience, you literally can keep them now and continue to progress them.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it's not, every 10 levels you're getting a new one and having to rework it, all that stuff.
The
Yeah.
World of Warcraft experience in a nutshell.
Oh, just the MMO experience in a
Yeah.
nutshell. You know, it's like
Yeah, honestly, like even Destiny and like
Mhm.
Ever. Oh, I'm dating myself here. EverQuest.
you're dating yourself.
RuneScape.
Come on now. bud.
Listen. I recognize I haven't turned 30 yet. This is a bit insulting, but like, I think we can all appreciate that the early days of the internet made MMOs such a different experience than they
Oh,
are
yeah.
today.
Yeah, like before content creation and all that stuff, and it was like there was no like even the wikis and stuff were barely fully fleshed
Yeah.
and stuff, and you had to be, if you were offline, you were living on the forums, and
Yep.
you know that's a whole different animal too, you know. So
Were either of you on the World of Warcraft forums in like early 2004, 2005?
I was like
no.
5 years old, so no.
It is honest to God one of the most incredible like throwbacks in the world. I cannot believe that like this part of the internet existed in that time period. It is such an amalgamation of like the chaos of, hey, we're a bunch of nerds that just want to kind of talk to each other, but
Mhm.
also we've all gate kept our own lives to the point that like we were bullied. We don't want anybody new coming in because we're scared that we'll get hurt when we let new friends in. And it was just such a toxic experience that has
Yeah, it was.
changed, thankfully.
Yeah, and I think that was actually one of the more like endearing things about Lord of the Rings Online is just this community has always been like more on the chill side. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was you know, because I've played a lot of MMOs at this point, and you can always come back to this one, and it's like, you know, if you were to ask a question in some of the other ones in kind of like a general chat, you'd just get flamed.
Yeah.
And
Fell through a hole.
we can go down there.
Yeah, we're all down the hole now. That's okay.
Very good.
But then, like, you know, you come back to this one, you ask a chat, and you'll get like 5 people responding and sending you DMs telling you how to do it or where to go, or like inviting you to a group. to
Yeah.
help you
Yeah,
out,
Ken,
you know?
and
So, like,
yeah.
The dude that I reached out to on my first ever stream, like probably at this point a year ago, that had the pig that had the Gandalf hat and the fireworks. I'm like, yo, dude, this is so great. I got a couple questions. He was answering me live on stream in front of a bunch
Yeah.
of people, and like I told him up front, like, yo, I'm streaming. Is this okay? After we were done for like a half hour, he reached out to me and joined my Discord, and like we had a good hour-long chat just about the game, and it was such a welcoming experience. And I have always found that the Tolkien community is like, yeah, come on over, I'll let you into my little corner of the
Yeah.
universe.
Oh yeah. No, that's super cool. And I mean, whenever you're in a fandom for long enough, you notice the good things about it, the not so. You know, I know some of our fandom can be pronunciation hardcore kind of characters,
some people's
but
mouths don't work that way.
yeah, I try, but you know, like Dagger Nuin Gileath, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna say that perfect every time.
It's the near Naeth Arnoidiad.
Yeah.
You have to roll the R's, you pleb.
Yeah.
I have a hard enough time with as a Nubazar. Like that's
Yeah.
just, all the coastal stuff is difficult. All right, like it's just so much stuff there.
There is.
There
There
is.
is. You know, and it's like Tolkien, he studied linguistics for, you know, his entire life. So give me
He
a
was
break.
literally
yeah.
paid to study language. We can't be expected
Yeah,
to
give me a break.
figure out what that means. Like the mountain of Karathras and Zirag Zigil, and even Thranduil is like this weird it's
That
like,
name is so pretentious. I don't know.
oh my god, it is.
Thranduil.
Thranduil.
I just feel like he's about to correct me in the pronunciation of his own name every time I say it.
And then
Like,
you just see Lee Pace's face and like,
Yeah.
no.
I can't see anyone other than Lee Pace doing the
That is how you
Thranduil.
know they nailed casting. Is if like, you
100%.
if you can associate that and like you read it and you can just see that actor now. Like
Yup.
if you can't, then it was a miss.
Yeah. I will say the best one I think in the history of characters for me is oh god, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. The guy that played Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
I forgot that he was him and the woman that played
3,
yeah.
1.
The woman that played Umbridge from Harry Potter and the guy that played Joffrey from Game of Thrones are up there in my top 2 people that like absolutely nailed their character. Sorry to interrupt. I have a trait tree and I didn't get this far last time in my solo game. Do I want to go huntsman, bowmaster, or trapper of foes?
That depends on who you ask.
Oh, shoot.
That is.
I muted you two on my own, but
if you ask my chat, they will be mad at you if you don't do yellow, and that's just them trolling.
Oh, I was like, no way. I was like, no way.
Oh no.
I will go red pretty much 100% of the time because I just like to stand as far away as possible, stay put, and put out a lot of damage.
I like doing that. I like doing that. I'm not good at moving, and I'm not good at having a decent enough computer that standing still isn't the best option for me. So I should go bowmaster. Perfect. Bowmaster, here we go. I'm gonna pick. I don't have any talent points. That's okay.
There's somebody already there. Trapper or foes for sure. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It's like, get out of here with that.
Sorry, looking in my Palantir, my B.
Oh my god. What level even am I? I can't. Oh, I'm level. Oh my god, I'm level 6 already.
So I told you, man, and that was even with the my hiccup, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what would have happened if we started on time?
Oh, there you go. Chat said Jack Gleason. That was Joffrey.
That's his name, Jack Gleason.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. I love it. Jack Gleason, if you're watching this, look, I know he's not. No one from Amazon's watching this. No one from Twitch is watching this. It's just you, me, and everybody in chat.
A couple of our friends.
Yep.
Actually, there's a pretty interesting thing what we were talking about with casting and stuff like that, and character portrayals and stuff like that. So, how do you all feel about things like one of these is going to be? I feel like I can just step away and just let you guys talk. I'll save that for the second one. How do you feel about characters, like say from the book to the movie, swapping? So like Arwen and Glorfindel, for example. I have a particular take on it, which is don't introduce the most badass elf warrior ever just for 5 minutes of screen time to not be seen again the rest of the movie. Because then you're introducing a very high profile character that I should care about, and then I'm not going to see him again. So give that to another character and help build their arc for the film.
Yep.
I'm okay with that from a film perspective. How do you guys feel about something like that?
Yosten, if you want to go first, go for it.
Yeah, so for me, like, I actually think Arwen is, I made a video about this a while back. I think Arwen's a little underdone in the Legendarium. That's actually one of the criticisms I'd actually give in Tolkien's works is I don't think her character has enough agency, especially to become the Queen of the West. Like, I don't know if she's given enough to do. So with Peter Jackson giving her more to do and then giving her that agency as she becomes the Queen of Gondor and everything like that, and the Queen of Elves, I actually am very much in favor of that and okay with that. But I agree, like, Glorfindel is awesome, but even his presence in that moment kind of depicts some, how do we use this character? Because he's too powerful to be used in any major way, so he does just kind of sit there in Rivendell. And again, cool world building, cool tie into the Silmarillion, but Arwen replacing that in the movies at least isn't really worrisome for me.
I 100% agree. I think I'm fighting your mom, Yosten. I don't know what's happening. I just
She's
click
really
accept.
trying to kill you.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready. Did I win? Did I lose? I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to strafe you just like I do when I'm playing World of Warcraft PvP. Oh my god, I won. I won. Hey! Thank you, Yoisten's mom. I appreciate it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Get a screenshot
so-
of that.
So to answer your question, I will borrow a phrase from George R.R. Martin. I have always considered women to be people. And to to borrow Glorfindel's character, a character that doesn't have any point other than to be really cool for 30 seconds. You can absolutely borrow some of his coolness. And honestly, if you were looking at the character Glorfindel and like, would you be okay with like a woman taking your place so that representation for women could be better in these movies? And you were to ask the fictional character of Glorfindel, I feel like Glorfindel would be totally cool with it, and I feel like Tolkien would too.
That's a great way to phrase that, honestly. I think
Thank
Glorfindel
you.
would be, yeah. Wow.
As long as the fictional character is okay with it and the author would be cool with it as well. I'm totally cool with that.
It is solo quest time.
It is. All right.
Okay, I have to defeat the Barghest in the snowfields and examine the cave for what might be causing the blight of Ered Luin. Did I miss a quest again? I missed a quest again, didn't I?
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh
no! So even my bot said it's fine, don't worry about it. So I mean,
Yeah.
That's a good bot. That's a good
is.
bot. Oh my
okay,
god.
So the Barghest one, does that actually say intro next to it as well? Or
That
one...
says, yeah, that does say intro. Have we gone way past that?
I mean, it's not a big deal. Like this
Yeah.
is not a big area.
Okay.
Yeah, we can take care of it.
I don't want to waste time in doing quests that we've already done just to make it interesting, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm doing.
That's all right. That's all right.
Cool.
So let's see, the Barghest are right back over here.
All right, cool. All right, deep voice, follow Bloodborne. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Damn it.
I'm all right with it.
All right.
Yeah, no, I at least got to, come on, talk to Bloodborne, watch some of his stuff beforehand, and talking to him before you got on, it helped me. It's like, okay, that's Bloodborne's voice.
Yeah, well, it's more embarrassing because I've been watching your streams ever since I don't want to name drop here, Bloodborne, but our mutual friends over at that media company introduced us to each other.
Yes.
I want to be coy, right? Because I don't necessarily want to give away stuff, but like, yeah, as soon as I found out like there was a guy who was the Lord of the Rings online streamer, I'm like, oh, I guess I should probably do this. And Yosten, I've been watching your videos as like reference videos for deep dive lore for probably as long as the channel has been going. Like, full disclosure,
Thanks.
there's a good chance I've borrowed a phrase of yours for my own TikTok videos. I hope that's cool.
Totally. No, I think everybody that's just like how human nature is. I think everybody just takes everything from everybody else. Like,
and really, aren't we all just stealing from Tolkien at this point?
Honestly,
like, even this game we're playing.
Yeah, everything is.
Well, you remember, like, oh, geez, maybe about a year ago at this point, I messaged you and said, like, hey, do you have some good things with the show coming up, like some good reference points for second age material? And I'm like, I just.
Yeah.
And then you posted all these videos about stuff like, okay, I'll just watch all these.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I always shout out like Tolkien Gateway because they're always like the great surface level like research
Tolkien
to start.
Gateway.
Yeah.
Tolkien Gateway. I'm gonna swear once, so kids cover your ears. Tolkien Gateway is the shit.
Yeah.
They are the
Amazing.
absolute perfect. Like, I always send people there. I'm like, how do I get
Same.
started on all of this? Like, you want one night where you get a little bit drunk and go on a Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the website
Totally.
you want.
I feel like that's what it helps sort the 12-book saga that is the history of Middle Earth. You're like, dude, I don't know where to look for elven customs of marriage, and it's like, here's where you want to look. It's like,
No joke. I have only ever referenced the histories of Middle Earth 3 or 4 times in all of the hundreds of videos that I have made, because I know for a fact that it is the most undigestible part of the Tolkien legendarium. I cannot make it digestible unless you have already done the deep dive. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's a really great point. I mean, there is so much material that I have not touched from history of Middle Earth even yet on my channel. I mean, all the different ways, for instance, in Sauron Defeated, which is like the third or fourth, I want to say, like all these different ways that the story could have ended that Tolkien was considering, having like Sam fight the Witch King in Mount Doom, you know, like stuff like that. It's like insane, you know.
And my personal favorite one is the fact that Sauron was almost a cat and Aragorn was almost a hobbit character.
Yep.
Trotter the cat and Trotter the hobbit instead of Strider the human and Tevildo the cat. I'm like,
Dildo.
you could have had an absolutely balls to the walls, off the rails, like Harry Pratchett level bizarre universe. And thank goodness he revised his own work and his editors did the work.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even like the Lost Tales, Grimdark. One of my patrons is shouting that out. Like Lost Tales, and you know, you have Alfwine and the Cottage of Lost Plays. All of this crazy out there kind of stuff. It's amazing, but it's really out there. Yeah.
It's dense, and you know what? Every time I try and explain it to people, I always emphasize it the same way. It is dense, and that is a capitalized D with the emphasis. Like there's no other way to put it. Are we okay? So are we splitting up at a certain point? Is that happen? I seem to remember you.
What's the quest that you have? I think we gotta go down the bottom and get the little.
I have to examine the cave for what might be causing the blight.
Yeah, so it's on the bottom.
All right, cool. I'm constantly worried that I have missed something or we are not on the same quest. That is just.
That's all good. So kind of along the lines of, well, you know what? I'll just ask it. How did you guys feel about Tom Bombadil being left out of the movie?
Oh,
it's a loaded question for me in my chat.
That was the second question.
Don, you go first. You go first.
Okay. So basically, my opinion differs from my chat's opinion depending on who you ask. If you are asking me who Tom Bombadil is, what's up? Oh, do I hang on? Bring the healing herb to Elro here. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Go me. I actually did the thing I was supposed to. Thank you. I did the thing I was supposed to in the MMO. It took me, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. Here we go. Finally got it.
Good.
I will say this. Tom Bombadil is an interesting character and a boring plot device. He does nothing to push the plot forward, and I'm so glad they cut him from the movies, because if they had included him, it would have made... Minutes. Yeah, it's another 45 minutes of a guy who's just an old dude living in a cabin with bi-wife energy. I'm sorry, that's all Tom Bombadil is, and that's all he ever will be.
All right, so Yoisen, what's your take?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'd go that heavy, but I definitely get where you're coming from. Just because it would have slowed down, you know, they're in the Shire in the book. I want to say they're in the Shire for the first 100 pages of the Fellowship of the Ring. 100 pages.
If it gives you any instance, there are 16 parts to the Lord of the Rings audiobook, and the Council of Elrond is on part 9. So they don't get to Elrond until 9/16 of the way through.
And while I love all of the depth and the culture of the hobbits and the Shire and all that stuff, it can be dense for a new reader who doesn't know what's going on. And then you throw in this character of Tom Bombadil, which is, again, I love the character and I love how out there he is and how many theories he's spawned. But if it's between Tom Bombadil or Scouring of the Shire in the movies, I'll take Scouring of the Shire any day, because Scouring shows just how far our Hobbit heroes that we started with have come. And it's just a natural character arc. So Tom doesn't really love the character. But I have to agree with Don. It's like he doesn't add a ton to the story, and he just would have bogged it down, made it more confusing, and it would have distracted from the main plot. So I totally get that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Now, from the game's perspective, he actually has some pretty cool interactions.
Oh yeah,
so.
and
does he? I haven't gotten to Tom Bombadil in any of my characters. What does he do?
I mean, like he helps track down some people that are trying to find Frodo. And then you go into the Whites, fight them because reasons.
Of course,
do a little
because it's Lord of the Rings. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he helps pretty much track a Kraben master who used her birds to find like news of Frodo. So it's like actually, okay, it's like helping us stop Sauron from getting on Frodo's trail, and
Cool.
that makes sense.
I will
Don,
say,
what do you have here?
I have to go bring the healing herbs to Elro here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did my
he
get?
was right. He was outside the door of the mine.
Oh my god!
One last journey before we split.
One last
for the
double back
for
until
the
there.
instance.
Here's what I will say. One of the things that I'm writing a tabletop role playing game that is basically a what if scenario like Marvel that is the question that answers the question, what would they do if they brought the hobbits or if they rode the eagles to Mordor? And the one of the eagles is going to get tempted by the ring and overthrow Sauron and rule Middle Earth as the bird overlord. And I have very thank you. Twitch.tv/DonMarshall72. We go live in 3 or 4 weeks. I got to get the shameless plugs out there.
Do it, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
If I am being honest, one of the things that I have very specifically asked my players to do is don't go looking for Tom Bombadil to fix everything, because thematically he can, but from a player's perspective, if he does, it's boring.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil is just going to be like, oh, of course I could walk into Mordor. Of course I could overthrow this bird. He's a cute little bird. If I do, or not going to have any fun.
And you can even use like the aspect of, I mean, he is a compassionate character, but at the same time, he's also a bit apathetic. Gandalf says in the Council of Elrond, he's like, he wouldn't see our cares as his own. You can use that plot too, to where it's, they try to give him the ring or whatever, and he loses it.
The best part that I always point people towards is Gandalf says in the books, not even in the movies, in the books, if we gave Tom the ring, he would forget about it.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil could fix everybody's problems if only he gave a crap.
That's what they're saying in my chat right now. Like, actually, Tom Bombadil felt the ring had held no power at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's funny because, again, very compassionate, but at the same time, very apathetic in an interesting way that he doesn't mean to be. He just doesn't understand it.
Yep. He is, honest to God, he is the uncle that comes back from the war that becomes like, I'm broke. And I say that stereotype because
go with the Jeff Bezos thing again.
I was like, he's Tom as Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff could give the Lord of the Rings TV show $1 billion and it wouldn't break his bank. But you know what? He didn't. He only gave them half that. And for that, we are mad at him. I don't know if we're mad. I don't care about I don't care about Jeff Bezos, and I certainly hope everybody else doesn't either. Right. I have to administer Elro. Here's
I went too early.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're fine. So you should just have some dwarves around here that need some.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Medicinals.
Bogey. Oh my God, they named the dwarf Bogey. That's a perfect dwarf name. This one's name is
Thelor. Good point. Goldberry is all the temptation one needs.
Oh, was that your chat? Was that your chat that said that?
Yeah.
You know what? That's
valid.
That's valid. Listen, if I lived in a cabin in the middle of the woods with my nymph water tree spirit wife who existed from a Tolkien perspective pretty much to just serve me. This is super sexist. I'm not going to finish that sentence. Nope, we are not going to finish that sentence.
Where are we going?
I'm not wrong, but it's not appropriate. Thank you. I'm not wrong because that's how Tolkien wrote it, but that doesn't mean that it's appropriate to say.
Right.
Full disclosure, Dwalin is telling me I need to enter Gorgrim's tomb.
All right, so I'm gonna disband, and there you go.
Okay.
So this is the solo quest part. Make sure you follow the dwarves. Just stay with them.
I've been terrible at following you all so far, but I'm with Eladon, Elro here, and Nos. I'm just gonna assume this is Lil Nas X, the dwarf.
Oh my goodness.
This is too much. This is full disclosure. This is the most fun I have had on a stream in quite a long time. So thank you both for
I'm having
for
a
being a part of this.
I'm having a great time. Yeah, thank you both. This has been great.
Just a quick shout out for those of you that are on my chat. I am playing with Bludborn, the premier Lord of the Rings online streamer, and Yoystan, who does the Men of the West YouTube channel, arguably the single most important YouTube channel on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
God.
That's high
No,
praise.
that's hype, man.
Yeah, honestly, I appreciate it.
Listen, I gotta talk you people up for as long as I possibly can, because if you don't use that kind of language, it's like, oh, he's just live with his buddy. You know, how many Twitch streams have you seen where it's just a bunch of straight white dudes hanging out talking about the thing they're passionate about? It gets boring after a while. You gotta hype the boys up. So here I am hyping.
Yeah, hype the boys. We appreciate it. Yeah,
Hashtag hype the boys.
shout out to Bludborn, does Latro content here on YouTube, and Don Marshall 72. Not just Don Marshall 72. TikTok, Twitch, covers great Lord of the Rings content there. Very good.
Love it. Love it.
Have you done this part before, Don? Have you seen this encounter?
I have not. I'm about to defeat Ivar the Bloodhand. I'm gonna steal that name for the TTRPG. Ivar is a great human name for this. Oh, I gotta follow Dwalin. Dwalin is stunned. I am stunned. There's a dwarf body. This feels very much like Skyrim, but silly. Is that
Close. Scordrim.
the names are just that similar.
Yeah.
By the way, for anybody in my chat, we are on the Arkenstone. Server. If anybody wants to join us, there you go. Somebody in my chat though, Josh. No, I'm not talking bullcrap. Put that as PC as I possibly can. I'm not talking bullcrap about Tom Bombadil. I am simply stating that he is not the crap he thinks he is. He ain't grown. He is not the crap he thinks he is.
I mean, one of my patrons here, he says that his Tom theory is that he's the essence of the music of the Ainur. I also tend to think that he's a personification, an outcome of the music of the Ainur, and that's kind of how he's older, fatherless, everything like that. But yeah, no, I mean, plot-wise, you would be hard put plot-wise to make the most compelling case for Tom as being a very crucial and important character. Yeah, you know, and his origins. I mean, we know that Goldberry comes from the river, and we know that like a little bit more about her origin, I guess, but they're both very enigmatic for sure.
Yeah, they very much are. May I offer a brief bit of insight into the Amazon TV show that I think there's a clip of mine on Twitch, somebody clipped it, of me figuring out that Tom Bombadil may actually appear in the Amazon TV show.
The name.
There is a character that they have well, this isn't official because it's been leaked, as you will, by a couple of folks on Twitter and YouTube. That is basically one of the characters is supposedly named Adar, and Adar is Elvish for father. And Tom Bombadil's name in Elvish is oldest and fatherless, and his name goes Yarwain ben Adar. And to include Adar in the name for a second age Lord of the Rings TV show, I think is just begging people to have a Tom Bombadil character. So that's my theory.
I'm all about it. Like, you know, depending on how they play that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. It'd be cool to at least see him in there. But I wonder how I've wanted this quite a bit. If and how, like, the Amazon show, especially since they're keeping the Lord of the Rings in the title, if they're gonna try to connect it to the Warner Brothers Peter Jackson universe at all, and if so, what their explanation is for where Tom is later.
So I think they are. There have been discussions online that say that it is going to take place in the same universe as Peter Jackson's. And I think based on it's to me basing a lot on very little, but that's what the internet is. Why don't we take a bunch of speculation and milk it for all it's
and
worth?
make it fact.
Exactly. Right? Why don't I publish my 17 theory videos before the first trailer is even out? One of the hopes and the discussions is that because of who's involved, they're going to make it take place in the Lord of the Rings universe of Peter Jackson, thematically, stylistically, same characters, different actors, though.
Yeah. Did we get a confirmation on that actually being Morvid Clark doing the voiceover for that?
Yes. One of the writers tweeted out something along the lines of, "Didn't Moyford do a great job?" Or it might have been one of the actors, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh god, I'm being surrounded by 6 different ghouls and corrupted spirits. I'm gonna die. Anyway,
just let your helpers work with them a little bit.
Okay, I have accidentally set a trap. This is a mistake.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, good.
Then they'll stop.
Good. We did get it confirmed that it is Moyford Clark, who unfortunately I only know from, I don't know if either of you are have watched His Dark Materials television show.
I have not.
It is one of my other favorite series, and if I were to ever get a tattoo, it would actually be a quote from that book, but I would get it in Elvish.
Ooh.
The quote is "Tell them stories," which, having been a journalist and a content creator since I was in high school, I'm just kind of a storyteller that happened to get popular that one time. But yeah, it is. Moyford played one of the characters on that TV show, and she was very good at being menacing and emotionless, but powerful. And I think for a Galadriel character, that is exactly what we need.
Yeah, I mean, especially she's getting a lot of praise, a lot of well-deserved praise for how she pronounced Mordor. Yeah, I mean, it was
the R's.
Yes, and I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see what she brings to the table, and all of the cast. Honestly, I'm very curious and excited to see who they casted as Anatar, as Sauron.
Hashtag simping for Sauron, merch available as soon as I know who the actor is.
It's sitting in my Sauron,
listen, it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be great, but I don't want to make the merch before we know about it, because what if I'm wrong? What if in that 1% chance I'm wrong and they cast Gilbert Godfrey?
You got to be like the newspapers that print 2 copies of the same thing for one.
Yes, Dewey beats Truman style.
Yeah, right. You got to print both.
You got to print
throw
both.
the other one away like it never happened.
Or the people that are like the Super Bowl merchandise, that the people that lose, all of that stuff gets sent to I think it's Africa, legitimately African villages receive the losing team's merchandise because it's no longer able to be sold, so that gets donated.
Try and get you guys back.
Perfect.
Oh, yep.
There's like a vintner nearby, right? Someone who sells wine.
We about to get drunk in Middle Earth? Is that what that might be? Look, I know it's a little after hours, but
no, there is actually a debuff that you can get when you drink too many. There's a keg that you can drink from, and will actually teleport you around to different places in Middle Earth. And the debuff you get is something to the effect of what happened to my pants.
Yeah.
Can we do it? Is that memeable enough right now? Can we do that?
Certainly try.
Do we have the ability to do that? Because look, I'm sure everybody is very excited about me defeating the Veil Flies. But honestly, getting drunk and going around Middle Earth sounds significantly more interesting.
So actually, anybody that's in my chat, if you're on Arkenstone, if you have a house in the Elven neighborhoods that has, is it the Sinister keg that does that?
Yeah, that's the Moria one, is the Sinister. I want to say it's the In League keg that does Eriador. Right?
Okay, so
yeah.
Is there anybody in chat that has a house that's in the Elven neighborhood that can give us permission to go use the keg? That is very important.
Are we dependent on chat on this? I could maybe get my chat in.
If we can make it to the Shire, I can take us into one of my houses, I think.
Ooh. Oh, look at you, multiple properties owner.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
lord.
and the boomers ask why we play our stupid computer games. We want
yeah.
realistic expectations like affordable housing.
Real estate empires in the Shire, man. That's what we're
Wait,
about.
sorry, are we traveling to Westbury?
Mickle Delving.
Mickle Delving. Awesome. I'm on my way. Do I have to control the horse? No, the horse controls me. Excellent. Okay. You know what? It's funny. It's funny because my chat, someone brings up a good point. For the Sauron character, a bunch of people have suggested that we go the more non-binary route just because of that like spirit of the world rather than like Sauron has a gender. Arr, we're all angry about it. Tilda Swinton playing Sauron
I
as
think
like
if
an
they-
androgynous.
The only problem you're going to run into is if they are bridging the universes essentially. It's been the way it's been cast and directed and everything in the Lord of the Rings, is everything is very, very male. All the
True.
writing is done that way.
It is a
And-
sausage fest. Here's the thing, and here is my absolute pipe dream. I hope Amazon had that thought and then went, nah, let's just screw it.
I have the keg in my house.
Oh my god,
and,
Okay.
where are you?
let's see. Bloodborne, could you get both of you guys to just the neighborhoods, and I'll tell you which street it's in?
It's going to take us a little while because he's not going to have a mount. So
Yeah, no
Can
problem.
you sell me a
Actually,
mount?
you
I
know
will
what?
happily
There
buy
is-
it from you.
there is now a. Can we take? No, we can't stable master into.
Can I? Do you have a horse that has like a side carriage?
I
sort of
wish.
deal?
Actually, if Reninia is still in here, the producer of the game, make that happen. Can we get some Mumax that we can run around with multiple people on, please?
I just happened to remember that like there was one moment when I was playing World of Warcraft and the Draenei, which is one of the blue alien characters, have those elephant mounts and someone said, "Hey, hop on my mount. I'll take you where you need to go." I'm like, I can ride your mount? And it was just the most amazing part.
You can
This
get
whole
the timeless sands Drake or whatever, where you are the mount.
Yeah.
Somebody can ride you.
Oh,
That is also a thing.
amazing. Can you ride Smaug in this game? I feel like that'd be cool if you could just have a baby Smaug.
I've always wanted like some sort of flying mount. Even just for a second, like that would be.
You are gonna trigger the hell out of my chat. Jeez.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I mean,
Oh no.
even just for a second, like to see. I know there's in Vales of Anduin, there's like the eagle that takes you. I think it's
Yeah,
it
that
could
you don't see.
that you don't see. I would at least love to see it, and also it's
Yeah.
because I just want an aerial view of Evendim. Is that too much to ask for?
Apparently,
think
yes,
so if
for
you
a
go up
game
on the
that's been out.
Colossus.
That's true, an even higher one though. I mean, in a more serious vein, I would actually like boat mounts.
Ooh.
Just so it's not Everswim all the time. Sorry, Bloodborne's chat.
Sounds tedious.
Everswim.
Yeah, before we got the boats. Those were dark times.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
No,
another
you could
person in my
legitimately go get a sandwich and you would not be done swimming across.
Oh,
there.
totally.
so I see you've played the World of Warcraft, desperately trying to get from one side of the continent to the other.
Yeah, except this is one zone in here where just Lake Evendim is massive.
Can I
and-
just set it on? Oh my god, I can set it on follow. I don't. Chat, I got both my hands up. I don't even need to follow Bloodborne.
You know, I'm used to this with a lot of people I play with. They get a little preoccupied with other things, and I just have people following me. So I'm
Good
used
man.
to it.
Good man.
Thank you. Thank you. Although, real quick, I do have to address something in my chat. Aiden, I promise I am not ignoring you in chat. I see you. The thing is, I am currently live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/DonMarshall72. You want, the link is in my bio. Come on over, hang out. I'm looking at chat. And I'm not really doing anything. I'm not actually playing. I'm just following an NPC. Oh, I have to find a homestead? What homestead am I looking
Which
for?
one are you in?
I am
How many homesteads are there? Holy crap.
many, and they spin more up as needed.
See, I'm in Scrapwell.
Scrap.
All right. So we should go.
This
We should
is
go to
awesome.
Scrapwell, right?
Yeah, Bludborn and Don Marshall coming to Yoyston's house. That's awesome.
That's a party, man.
Mm-mm. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm curious to see where this will all take us.
You better have some good.
Watch me get to his house and there's no ale. There's no
furniture.
booze at all.
The pressure's on. Whew, are my
I'm
decorating
not.
skills up to par?
You know what? Here's my thought though, and I hate saying this. Is there a way to just like spend $5 real and buy alcohol from a vendor so that we can have shenanigans going on in our chats?
Oh, there's definitely like you can buy stuff in here and it will get you drunk and your screen will go fuzzy and
Incredible.
yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, there's mead, there's beer, there's wine.
I love it. Wait, does it come in pints? It's very important that my chat
Yes.
knows.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
comes in pints and then the wine comes in flagons.
Nice. Okay, I am at 4 Brookbank.
There's a Yoyston right there.
Hey, there we go. We've also got what? Oh, that's your dog. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah. Sorry, Men of the West. Right there.
Oh my god, that's what it's. I've been wondering that this whole time.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Yeah, it's for the channel. Channel
Like,
logo.
no, that makes
yeah.
absolute sense.
Got Bill the
All right.
Pony here.
What do we do now?
Let's go
I'm
on
a
in.
little disappointed. I don't see a like a Thorog's head or a Tharlock's blade out here.
I
What's
know.
going on here,
I
man?
don't rate enough, honestly.
I don't have
You
permission
can
to come in.
have a house.
Wait, did I thought I gave you permission. 1 sec.
No, I'm in. This is. I have a
I
dwarf.
am not.
Maybe I
I see-
misspelled your name.
What is a dwarf in a barrel? Oh my god, it is literally just a dwarf in a barrel. What kind of house is this? And should I call the cops?
No, everything's fine here. You should be able
Oh,
to
no,
come
no,
in.
no. There's a dwarf in a barrel. I clicked a button and a dwarf, a live dwarf popped out of that barrel.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
you got
just
your statue of Mozart. Thanks.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
What
Frog.
other creatures are you keeping in this dungeon of yours?
You would you'll never know. No.
Oh my god.
It's like Barad-dûr in the Shire.
There's a visiting baker. Is she actually visiting or do you have her chained somewhere?
It's of she likes it here. It's of her own volition.
That was convincing, he said unconvincingly.
Here's the in league keg.
All right, I'm ready.
Very good.
We are using.
And now we just chill
Okay.
out and
Okay. It says
Oh,
using.
oops.
Did it work or do I have to do
We're-
something?
Yeah, 5 seconds. We're just gonna go someplace.
Okay.
I'm redecorating as I'm drunk.
I clicked using again. Was that a mistake? Okay, I've clicked it a third time by mistake. Was that? Oh, I see what you mean. The screen is fuzzy and nothing is. Wow.
Great idea, Bloodborne. Great idea.
Oh,
All right.
well, I am not
Here we go.
moving. Okay, well, Bloodborne has passed out. The screen has flashed white.
Yeah. Now here,
Oh,
let's see where you end up.
all right.
We're in the Misty Mountains.
I'm at Fornost. I'm outside of Fornost.
Wait, we
I'm
get
in the Lone
separated in this?
Lone Lands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're at the Forsaken Inn, and
I'm
uh,
on top of a giant rock in the Misty Mountains.
Oh, you're in Giant's Needle.
oh, yeah, that's sweet.
This is terrible. This is both terrible and maybe wonderful for the
This is
content.
actually the absolute best possible scenario for you.
Should I jump off
yeah.
this rock? Should I jump off this rock?
I mean, your only other option is to use your milestone skill.
Yeah.
There is
Or
a
you could
level-
do a slash stuck, I guess.
There is a level 45 frost giant beneath me. I feel as though jumping might incur my death.
If you look up near your name, you see that like panda bear that's like sad. It says, where's my trousers? You seem to have misplaced your trousers. This makes you sad.
Yep. Sad panda.
Sad panda.
Is this game so self-aware that we have gotten to this point?
Yes.
Yeah. It's been like, how long has this mechanic been in here, Bloodborne? I remember I ran
This
it.
has been in here Since very early.
Yeah.
Since the In League was around, like in 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
It's been here a long time.
Okay,
I
okay.
remember running into a random person's house, drinking from a keg, didn't know what it was, passed out, and woke up somewhere else. Like, that was the first encounter I've had with this.
Can I summon the eagles to rescue me from this high place? If Gandalf did it, I feel like I should be able to do it
I'll
as
tell
well.
you what I tell my D&D players. You can certainly try.
Oh,
Credit
how
to Matt
dare
Mercer.
you! I know what that means. I know what that means. It means no. You're like the parent. You're like the disappointed parent. Okay. Well, I have 7 seconds left on whatever this is. I sincerely hope that I teleport back. Otherwise,
You don't.
What?
Bloodborne, could you invite somebody named Zolan? He's another YouTuber friend of ours. Zollin.
does Zolan want to hop in the Discord chat? Or are we just
I'll
going to
just do
invite
this.
100 people?
I just gave you leadership. You can do it.
Okay.
Easier.
Thanks.
So there are 2 frost giants now.
You have
Hell.
kids.
Oh, he hasn't finished. He hasn't finished the introduction. Oh, my bad. Never mind.
Okay. I'm going to approach the edge. I'm going to try and attack. I am too far away. I'm going to get... Oh, okay. So I've fallen off the cliff. The frost giant has spotted me, and I have been incapacitated. Do I want to retreat from battle? I will automatically retreat in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat now because I feel like reviving might be a little bit like...
Oh, yep. I got. Oh, some things came out of nowhere and just killed me. But how it goes.
Oh man,
This
good stuff.
Yeah, this character isn't getting the undying.
Wait,
right.
is there an achievement where you don't die up and... Hey,
Level 20,
Yoiston's
yeah.
here. Hello again.
How's it going? We
Wow. Hello.
Both met our ends, and we ended
Yeah.
up right back at the beginning.
What was it for you? I got squashed by a frost giant.
A big cow thing came up and just destroyed
Wait, you
me.
guys they're all the way over there.
Yeah.
Oh, because you died in a dangerous place, so it puts you all the way back.
Yeah, not all of us have been playing this game since launch and know how to survive for that long. Bloodborne, come on.
Bloodborne, come join us. We'll hit the inn. We'll hit the inn at Arid Luin and start wrapping up the stream.
There's like 3 of me on the screen, so this will be interesting.
Oh my god, it's past 10 o'clock. As always, the stream has gotten completely out of hand and we've
Oh,
gone
of
well
course.
past our allotted time. Surprise, I never thought that would happen, he said sarcastically.
I am heading over to Thorin's right now.
Cool. Yoiston, I don't know where that is, so I'm
No,
just going
you-
to set myself on follow you.
Sounds
You
good.
lead the way.
Totally thought you were about to say I'm gonna set myself on fire, but it's like okay.
Yeah,
You know what?
Okay.
As much as I would love to roleplay Denethor in this moment, I think I don't know the mechanics to be able to even do that right now. So I'm just going to enjoy
Understandable.
the scenery. Oh my god!
man.
As it turns out, in this version of Minas Tirith, you can actually jump off.
You
the
can.
edge.
Can you really?
You get a title for it, right?
too.
That's
You throw a chicken
incredible.
off of it too.
Oh yeah. Wait, have you done those chicken quests like to Minas Tirith, Bloodborne?
No.
Okay, I was like, I just don't know. It's always the stealthy creatures, man. That's what always gets me.
Is it? Can I assume that like once you get into the more later game stuff, it becomes just like straight up role play or straight up memes, and there's no in between?
Good. A good assumption. I would say. Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
your first couple
Amazing.
playthroughs are, all just kind of role play based, all normal and everything, and then you're just rolling through, seeing if you can take like insanely hard content at a lower level.
Right.
It's I remember going through with my buddy Royan. We I called it the Ultimate Tanking Challenge. It was like years ago. I played like a level 20 Lore Master. He was his level 60 something Guardian, and I tried to see if he could protect me through Karn Doom, level 50 six-man instance, and
Ooh.
see if he could like make me survive. And I think he did pretty well for a while, but I got myself annihilated.
Let's go get a drink.
Yes.
All right. Cool. We going in the big doors, the
Yeah.
big Moria dwarven looking doors. Actually, okay. Point of order. Okay, this is Thorin's Hall. I was about to say, I thought we started in the Elvish place. This does not look like Elvish architecture, but no,
So we started in kind of the ruins of this area, and then
we were in Ered Luin, right?
yes, yeah.
Okay, I assumed it would get more Elvish as we went, but oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh my, like, sorry to nerd out here for a second, but like,
Please do.
Oh yeah, please.
holy cow, I've never seen this kind of like Tolkien perfected architecture in a stream before, let alone an MMO. Good gracious. I've been on the Middle Earth Minecraft server, but this is just something else.
That's amazing. Like Bloodborne, I miss that. You know, I miss that. Usually I'm running through here doing crafting and I'm not even like looking at it, but
Yep.
it's great to hear a new player say that.
That's why
It's
I like
like-
new areas, man. It's just like you get to just
Mhm.
absorb for at least the first playthrough, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say this has been some pretty eye-opening, astounding stuff, and it does kind of feel like I'm watching the movies again for the first time, but seeing it from my own perspective. Because full disclosure, if I were in Middle Earth, I would love to be an elf because immortality with my bros sounds awesome. No, it does. Like everybody's like, yeah, immortality is such a curse because everybody you love would die. But I'm like, yeah, but what if everybody I loved didn't die? Hmm?
There you
Think
go.
about that. Checkmate, atheists. I mean, what?
There's I have a few memories like that where it's one of them definitely was going through the Holy Gate for the first
Yeah.
time, and actually having the music playing was just like
Moria stuff.
absolutely, yeah, just and seeing Durin's threshold open up that staircase for the first time was pretty incredible. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll never forget those first memories of that. See, I've got 13 more
Dude.
silver. Time to just spend it all on wine
Bomber's
and
beard?
ale. Yeah.
I have 21 silver. Am I
Dang.
doing the thing that will get me the drunkest? What am I aiming for?
Well, see. Oh, okay. So we've got. Wait, can we actually just sort this? Yeah. Food. So we've got Bomber's beard, got a flagon of red wine, flagon of white wine, frothy pint of ale, mead, a small beer. Why is there a small beer, Thorin?
That's just the warm up, you know?
Children.
That's eating the chips before the meal. That's just the warm up.
I filled up on cheese and crackers, boys. I'm sorry, I can't eat another bite.
I don't
By
know.
the-
Let's chat decide. Chat across all three platforms. What are we doing right now? We're doing some Bomber's beard. I'm gonna stay away from the wine right now. Let's see. So I'm gonna say either Bomber's beard, mead, or frothy pint of ale.
Okay, chat, let me know what you
Yeah.
want. In the meantime, I'm literally selling everything I own so I can afford more than one.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely didn't buy all of them just in case.
Okay, so we've got, what do we got? Bombers. Okay, hang on. That's a distilled. I gotta sort by name. I'm in D. Bomber's beard. 3. I'll buy that. What's the other thing I'm looking for? I've completely forgotten.
So you have a mead, frothy pint, and Bomber's beard.
Need. Okay, we'll go to F. Find frothy pint. EF. Frothy pint of ale. And then, okay, so my chat says Bomber's beard pretty much exclusively.
I mean, it has the best name, just hands down.
I'm fine with that. How many Bomber's beards should I buy? Just from your own
Yes.
experience.
Yeah, yes.
Cool. Okay, cool. Excellent. Time to spend all 71 of my gold. I have officially made too many requests. The game is telling me to slow down.
I've run out of money.
And not yet. Oh shoot. Hang on. Can I sell something else? Yes, I can sell that for another 3 silver and buy another one. I can sell my hat because I don't need my hat really. I'm beautiful without it. All right. How do I even access my inventory? Is it thank God. All right,
Yeah.
I have 24 ales. Should I just drink them all at once?
Shall we, boys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Chat,
Cheers
get
to
ready
a
for
cheers to a great live stream.
Absolutely.
cheers. How many of these before I wind up on the top of a cliff and pass out?
Actually, that's only the keg.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what one of my other characters put in that keg, but
Clearly something. Like there is no getting away from that.
apparently I'm trying to figure out which hobbit it was. He's very mischievous, likes ending up on top of a misty mountain cliff or something.
Seems like something that definitely shouldn't have happened, but did, and yet here we are.
And here we are.
Oh God, I just looked at my frames per second. I think I'm streaming at about 8 or 9 frames per second right now.
Hey, that's just the beer.
Yeah. See.
Oh my
All right.
God.
So we've officially muddled our wits.
Yes.
So
I have consumed exactly 37 Bombers beards. I have pressed the forward button and seem to be moving in a circle. Okay. I am very fuzzy. Let's just say if this is a 3D movie, I am Spy Kids 3D circa 2005, I think.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, boys. I am worried.
You know, if this is to be our end, then let us make it one of remembrance.
The of remembrance.
Oh,
There
okay.
you
Well,
go.
I'm gonna dance myself into the end of all things
We
here,
can-
or rather, I'm gonna dance here at the end of all things. Get my reference in.
We can if I can find there it is. We can all look into my Palantir together. as you only
I'm-
do with
Blue
friends.
orb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? That's a thing.
Oh wait,
Okay.
I didn't learn it. Which one did that come out of?
Oh, good question. It was like an 8-year, I think.
8 years?
Yeah.
7.
I could be completely wrong. It's been a while.
My
Yeah.
character won't stop
Check-
dancing. I
check
couldn't
9?
actually look.
Check 9, maybe.
I'm just opening them all. at
All
this
right,
point.
there you go.
Does anybody have the
There it
option
is.
to have the pig as your pet? I am desperate to have Pigdolf.
Oh, yes. Let me pull out the celebration pig.
We need the pit. There we go. There's Pigdolf. Oh my God! I pressed backwards and I went for.
I have the mysterious one.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Big doll.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
He
it?
doesn't see the
Stereo.
pig.
Yay! Y'all, I cannot tell you how much fun this has been for the
Yeah.
last 2 hours. Thank you so
Same.
much.
Yeah, thank you both. This has been great. Thanks to all of our audiences for hopefully laughing along with us, not just rolling their eyes at everything we've said.
There was definitely some eye rolls.
Oh,
I think.
absolutely. But yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been great. We'll have to.
There it is.
I love it. I love
Alright.
it so much.
What we're about as well.
Very
Gentlemen,
good.
I'll stay on Discord so we can wrap up, but I will end my stream in just a moment. Twitch folks, TikTok folks, if you haven't already, please go check out the two folks I'm streaming with. This is Bludborn, the Lord of the Rings online guy, and this is Yoisten, the man of the West. Can I call you that? Is that
Yeah,
fair?
I like that.
There you go. This is Yoisten, the Man of the West from the Men of the West YouTube channel, arguably one of the most important Lord of the Rings YouTube channels on the platform.
Thank you guys. I don't
Thank
know what
you
to say.
Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Perfect.
All right, I am clear.
I'll wrap mine next. Everyone, thank you so much. Check out Bludborn. Check out his Latro content here on YouTube. Hopefully we can get you that monetization at some point. Hashtag justice for Bludborn.
Hashtag justice for Bludborn.
Check out Don Marshall 72, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Makes great Middle Earth content, easily digestible on TikTok. Check him out. Very good stuff. And my friends, thank you all so much for being here and for joining us on this adventure. Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.